And welcome to Racing, Pacing, Chasing. It is Season 2, Episode 21. Time for the racing segment. I'm Aaron Bain, joined by...
Tommy Javor.
Tommy.
Anyway, that needs no introduction, you suggest?
Sorry, mate, but I got a question for you.
Sure.
I don't know how your tip went on the weekend, but firstly...
We'll get to that.
You're the MC at Adelaide Oval now, they tell me.
Ground announcer.
You're ground announcer, yep. So you've spent 14 hours on the mic.
Yeah.
I've had good sources tell me that not one mention of racing, pacing,
I did try and squeeze us in, mate, but I think...
14 hours you couldn't find... You want to take up 25 minutes of a 30-minute show to tell us how good you are on Tommy's impact.
68 times I had to remind people to wash their hands, but look, we're building 2,000 views. I don't think you need me mounting Adelaide Oval, but yeah, thanks for that, mate. Sorry I couldn't squeeze us in.
Now,
maybe if he produces some cash and sponsors us.
I missed Tommy's impact last week.
Well, it's just another win, mate, at Sevens. Look, I don't want to play it up too much. It's getting a bit blasé about it. These was just another week, another win. 4 in a row. It was Inquiry at Sevens.
What was happening if you got 4 in a row?
Oh, that's right. Our good friend, our long-time personal confidant and friend, the producer, if you will, the editor, the cameraman, Justin. Come on round. You are going to give us 10 seconds of the robot.
We're going to see this man.
There is a man behind the camera. His name is Justin. Welcome to the 10. Give us the. Off you go. Thank you very much. No one ever thought I was winning 1 in a row, let alone 4 in a row. So the kitty currently stands, if you started on $20 and let it roll, $22,638, you'd think I'd go short this week. I'm going long again, mate. I'm shooting for the stars.
So what are we doing if 5 in a row?
Oh, I don't think there'll be 5 in a row, mate. So let's just, you know what I'm loving as well is, it has caught on a bit. I'm now getting the text and the messages. I'm backed it this week. I'm back to listen to you. And last week at Sevens, it was great. I didn't get to watch it because I was at work, and it was great. Congratulations to everyone that backed it at Sevens Inquiry. Are we going to have a look at it?
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay.
Star Reflection, so Inquiry led the way, but Scalapini's coming through. Right or wrong, the outside. Inquiry is the leader. Trying hard, Scalapini. Further out to right or wrong. Inquiry still the leader. Scalapini tries. Inquiry's in front, though, and Inquiry goes all the way. Defeats Scalapini, third to right or wrong.
From Inquiry. Intro was supposed to go for 30 seconds. You took up all 3 minutes of that.
Yeah, well... Pacing segment's been going for about 45, so... And you were angry this week.
No, well...
You're like an old man at a deli sending back soup.
I just got a little bit fired up. But I just want to make my position very clear.
Big weekend in pacing this weekend as well, isn't it? We'll get that later in Tommy's impact. It's not on the notes, mate, but... Bain, Club 100. Exciting times. We'll get to that.
I hope we decide to run it. Anyway, in other news... we must thank our sponsors before we go much further. The Prince Albert Hotel in Gawler. They're back open for business. Baz is back at his bar spot. You can be served at the bar now. So we'll be out there in coming weeks as well. The Choice Hotels Group and also the Gawler and Barossa Jockey Club do a fantastic job. We were out there a couple of weeks ago trying to get Darren Magro on the show next week to discuss. So Metropolitan meeting at Gawler next Saturday.
With fans?
With crowd allowed. So that'll be excellent. But just on Gawler, there's some big news coming out of Gawler from our team here at Piranha Media in coming weeks. It's just a little snippet each week. There's something building in the background, Tommy. Your announcing skills might be required one day, somewhere, somehow.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
You absolutely don't, but I'm telling you, it'll be the biggest news to come out of Gawler since 1976 when the South Australian Harness Racing Club and HRSA Constitution should have been changed and signed, as Rocky discusses tonight on the pacing segment of Racing, Pacing, Chasing. But it's time to get into news, brews and barbecues. Righto, news, brews and barbecues, thanks to Jason Neve and his team. I thought we were going there tonight. I always look forward to going to Jason Neve's joint and what he makes us do? You've got to host the show with a beer in hand.
I can do that.
You can do that?
Right in my skill set, that one. I might even stay back.
Have another one.
It's down at a Kent Town there. Looking forward to going there.
Now, the great Pat Highland has finally hung up the saddle.
Yes.
Yeah. After a career of 60 years as a top jock and trainer, Pat has finally given work away. And he rode the winner of the Melbourne Cup, Caulfield Cup, Cox Plate, Blue Diamond. Elite group of riders.
Done it all. The man affectionately known as Irish, I believe they call him. Now, I did my research on Pat today. Different sources were telling me it was 25 or 30 Group 1 wins, but either way, it's a lot of Group 1 wins.
No, more than...
The most famous of all, I'll never forget, St Paul's College 1985, sitting there. The name was drawn out. What a nuisance, the 1985 Melbourne Cup winner. A big day and a great career.
Sounds good. Moving on, Irish trainer. Talking about Irish trainer Aidan O'Brien.
You've got to say it in an Irish accent. Aidan O'Brien.
There we go. He won the Irish Derby again. Why is that newsworthy? Tommy?
He's won a few of them, mate. Not his first.
Tell us.
I think he won 13 or 14. 14 out of 26. They're impact-like stats.
He's only 51, and he's won 14 out of the 26 years he's been training.
Yes, now he was a little bit worried this time because his absolute running star, Santiago, in the prestigious Irish Derby, his heavy track, wasn't sure if he'd run it, but it's the Irish Derby, you've got to run it. You've already won 13 of them, mate. Now he's won 14. So
he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, local news. Leon McDonald and Andrew. How do we say that? Sorry.
Glorious.
Sorry. Excited about the spring and believe they have a stable full of stars. Dallasan back in working up nicely. Obviously, you'll start here in Adelaide and then just jump across the border like good horses do. But there's a lot of options for him to head into the spring.
Extra Time won the Group 3 National Stakes last start before a break. And I'm not saying So You Can. A horse called So You Can is another very nice one out of the So You Think. It was a So You Think gelding. So could well be the best of the lot.
Certainly some good ones to follow over the spring. We look forward to following them through our segments. But time now for a brew. Righto.
I think I'm going to do this one, mate, because I love a brew, and you've got me excited about talking about maybe hosting with a brew in hand next week, just like the Cheers SA.
Not next week, mate. Not next week. We're going to Gawler next week.
The week after. All right. We're going to give ourselves a pat on the back because...
I'll just pull you out. Whoever said hosting, you're co-host, pal.
No. If I keep winning, mate. If I keep winning...
5 in a row you host the show.
I need to change my tip. I've gone for a long shot. We're giving ourselves a pat on the back because one from our 3 wide no cover stable, and they've thrown this one to me. The producer said he doesn't know how to say Alsvior. It's like we've got a real something missing up here. We can't quite get that out right. It's a Sea strain Alsvior. It won in Murray Bridge last Wednesday, $4. Went on down to Morpheville, made a mess of the field at $4. Put them two together, 16 to 1. It's
that'd be good if we had to let it ride.
Easy day out. We just not quite picking the right ones for let it ride. Yeah. Poor people at St. Vinny's just sitting there. Give us some money, for God's sake. So, but yeah, beautifully done there by Yenchi, and $16 double there throughout the week.
Yeah, and Sue, she actually trained a double at the bridge. She got just rolling over the line at $12, so she probably had a nice bottle of Hugo Wines Shiraz herself.
Hugo Wines, a very nice drop indeed. And I'll tell you what, it was so good, we should probably have a look at it.
Let's have a look at the replay.
Now starting to look for clear galloping room is Alsvior, but Just Cappy kept going. Here's Alsvior joining in strongly, putting in again today, Alsvior. Ranges up to Just Cappy, Midnight Storm and then Be OK. Alsvior hit the lead and is tearing away. Alsvior comes away for a strong win.
For a barbecue. I've been fired up the last couple of weeks with me barbecue, haven't I?
Mate, you're like a Weber with hot rocks.
Seriously. It's all poppy. Tall poppy syndrome. Punters out there that want to pop the grapes.
You know the types.
The Tommy Javors of the world.
Mate, I back him in.
That have their $2 each way on the Craig Williams and the Damien Olivers of the world, and all they want to sit behind the keyboard and say they're too old and has-beens. And listen here, people. Craig Williams is in line for his 5th Metropolitan title in a row. That'll be his 9th.
He's winning at the moment, isn't he?
9th. That'll be his 9th. He's in line for his 5th. That'll be his 9th premiership. Mm-hmm. Come the spring, every trainer will fight to put him on. Put those red boots on and just fly down the outside. Oliver, he's won 10 of them. Only Roy Higgins is in front of him, won 11. Come the spring, every trainer will want to put him on too. So come on, guys, give us a spell. Appreciate the champions while they're still in the saddle and showing us day to day why they are champions. Because seriously, mug painters, you've been barbecued today. You're in that bracket.
Fair enough. No, but I back Ollie. I like backing Ollie. Me and my mates, Ollie's on, we'll jump on. What the problem here is not a racing problem. It's a world problem. It's people behind keyboards. Anonymity don't be held accountable to their opinions. They're like anuses. Everyone's got one, but we don't have to see them. But with the internet these days, too many cowboys out there rubbishing on guys like Williams and Oliver who are superstars of this game. And yeah, unfortunately, everyone has an opinion these days, mate. So
back after the break with 3 wide no cover. Thanks to all our sponsors there that we just cover on our little sponsors slide. They do a great job in pulling this show together for us week in, week out. Time now for 3 wide no cover, and thanks obviously to all our sponsors on that little sponsors slide there, but none other than...
Can't do it without them.
No, we can't. You cost a lot anyway. CarNet, they're a new sponsor on board in recent months, bringing us 3 wide no cover. Thanks to Dave McKay, old West Torrens man down
Yeah,
there.
not the Dave McKay that currently plays in the team that sits bottom of the Crows, but David McKay, the guy that he came across.
Retired. Anyway.
No, he's still getting the game probably. So, what did Carnett do? Do you know?
No, just on Grand Junction Road down here, mate. Oh,
That way.
Yeah, that way. Can't even see which way we're pointing. Jump on their internet and jump on their website. Have a look. All vehicles there. I believe they're getting in on before the bounce very shortly to talk. Anyway, you got another one. What do we got here, Aussie's 3 1 no cover, mate? We've already discussed ours view.
Yes, we have.
So we move on to the next.
You're going to go first, mate, I think.
Oh, me.
I've got one, but you go first.
You want me to go?
Yeah, you've
Right.
got the 2-year-old,
Okay,
so we'll do it.
2-year-olds, right. Okay. We've found a couple this week, so I'll kick off with the 2-year-old, I think. Diamonds from the Ryan Balfour yard. He didn't speak of it directly last week, but he did say he's got a nice 2-year-old barn, and it's definitely a horse to follow. Had to chase the Speedster in, there's a bear in there. That's a nice little name, isn't it? Sounds like where the Fox hat's in it. Who cruised in front while Diamonds was off and chasing a fair bit, about the 450, and still made ground. 12 to 1400 metres, just extend her out there, Ryan. Not telling you how to train, mate, but she goes bang when she gets out over that 1200 and 1400 metres. Let's take a look at the replay now.
There's a bear in there being cuddled at the 300 metres. Diamond starts to get busy
Right,
and sticks with the bear in there
no cover.
at the 200. Two back, show us your motor. But there's a bear in there still going nicely. Diamonds is trying hard. Then show us your motor and Mrs. Mourinho. But there's a bear in there, goes all the way and wins from Diamonds. Show us your motor and Mrs. Mourinho.
I'm pretty sure that's a Ray of Sunshine. Anyway, just this last race, it's gone at the 250. Jockey Aaron Boyd zigged. She zagged. She went this way, that way, but she couldn't quite get into the race there. But you'll see in the white colours with a red cap, certainly worth a look. The old 3 wide no cover, a ray of sunshine.
Sign asked for the superior effort. So too Mabel, Josephine and Conconi. Simply Dreaming tries to find, but going to her task and purpose. A ray of sunshine through on the rail. Task and purpose took the lead. A ray of sunshine's not done with. The Ants Pants is coming from near last, but task and purpose does enough to hang on and win by a neck to a ray of sunshine. The Ants Pants flew late.
Right, it's time now for Let It Ride. Now, Let It Ride bought us each week by Garrard's Horse and Hound. The idea is to have $10 on a horse, to Rockies have that on. It rolls. It's up to me to keep letting it roll.
Or cash out.
Or cash out, and the money go to charity. Currently, we've had 5 Let It Ride bets for no returns.
Some good seconds.
So I'm going to go a change of luck this week. Now, I'm going to go with the Informed Stable.
Who are you with?
$10, none other than skip a segment, Tommy's Impact. Now, it might jinx you, Tommy. Sorry. But I got no intentions, and I'm happy to blow the $10 this week, because I've got no intentions of you hosting the show. I don't want you to, right? I'll make that very clear. You're going for 5 in a row, impossible to do. You can't count to 5, mate. So seriously, I'm having the $10 with you in hope you get beat.
Too bad you didn't do this 5 weeks ago, and would be playing for $190,000 this week. But all right, so the pressure's on.
I'm not sure I'd let
you don't reckon the 22,634 would be?
I reckon I'd cash out for St. Vinny's.
Yeah.
Anyway, my Let It Ride is $10 on whatever Tommy's Impact is. So let's have a look now. It's time now for Tommy's Impact. Tommy, floor's yours.
Brace for impact. All right, we're going to start do things a little bit ass backwards. We're going to start with the 50 Shades very quickly. 50 Shades hasn't quite been as successful.
Why are you changing your segment up? That is not good.
Because we're finishing with impact, because the impact bet is bang. Tommy Impact, bang. We're going to start with 50 Shades. I found one I really like. It's race 2 at Flemington, number 4, Lord Belvedere, Melman on board, Mara and Eustace Camp. 11 days ago, it had a winner. It's a long race, 2,600. So it's something different, but it 11 days ago, had a win over 2,500 on the soft. It's 3 of its 6 wins over its 23 starts have been on the soft. It likes the soft. Got it at 370 today with your first 4 race double. It becomes a $7.40 pop. So get on that one. It's race 2, number 4 at Flemington, Lord Belvedere. Right. Also, I'm sneaking in another quick one into 50 Shades because I found one in the first 4 at Randwick that I just love. The only thing is very short. Okay. So race 4, number 7. I'm not going to go too much into it. It's out of Gay's house. So it's called Mr. Dependable. It's only paying $2.50. So, but you'll get $5 on it if it doubles up. Race 4, number 7, Mr. Dependable. Pretty sure it's going to win unless it falls in a trough.
I'm sorry, but I asked for Tommy's Impact.
Yeah, so now it's time for Tommy's Impact. Going for 5 in a row, just playing things down a bit. But again, you'd think, he wants 5 in a row. He'll go short. He'll pick a favourite. All right, I've gone.
That ain't Tommy's Impact's model.
No, it is not. No, don't do anything sensible. We wouldn't want that. So we're going to Flemington. Race 7, number 2.
Sticking with the 7.
There is a 7 in there. Smoke Bomb. Jamie Carr's on board at the price in Kent. It's had 8 starts for 3 wins. It's won 3 of 4. Won its last start at this distance on a soft track at the Valley. All good. It's drawn number 3. It should settle towards the front. It's got a beautiful kick on it as a horse from what I've seen. The concern is, again, it's not short. It's not a short price. It's got 60 on its back. That is a concern. It has won with 58.5 on
You
the
riding it?
half of me. It's won on 58.5. It's 850. You can get it at 850. Race 7, number 2.
That's a lot of.
Smoke
That'd
Bomb.
be a lot of dead weight for Jamie to carry. She
Yeah.
wouldn't be anywhere near 60.
No, well, she'll be all right. Trust her. I trust her.
Smoke Bomb.
Smoke Bomb, race 7, number 2.
For charity, $10. Tommy's Impact for 5 in a row, and for Tommy to host the show. I can't wait.
One more thing, if I may, Bainey. Over here. It is the most exciting time in my racing year. I came here as a cockeyed optimist 14 weeks ago. Tonight I'm on the chasing segment. But this week, on Monday, we think maybe if crowds are allowed in, you'll let me know. Our boy Bottle Rock debuts. And I'm so excited. So many people are excited. And I want to really quickly give him a shout out.
We better run him, Rock.
I want to give him a shout out because welcome to the world of ownership. It is so cool. It's
Just
so
make
much
it clear,
fun.
it's harness racing.
It is harness racing. It's, yeah, thank God. So just very quickly, welcome to Tommy Impact Javor, Katie the Lucky Woman Javor, Glenunga Coach Doss Reed, Filthy Smith, Tommy Dirtbag, the Bearded Triplets, Ian Jolly, Chris Lawrence, Copper Kent, that's Copper Kent, Brick Nat, Frog Rivet, Stump Uppington, Scooter Pebble, and Benito Mussolini. The fun starts, and if it doesn't win, you know where to go.
There's a long list of names there.
That's our syndicate, mate.
Amongst
We
the
love
100
it.
Club 2.0, 200 people.
The syndicate is called Sexual and Intellectual, and that is what we are, and that is what we do, baby.
So I've got Wear the Fox hat, and now we've got Sexual and Intellectual. Anyway.
Good luck, guys. Either way, I'm sure a few of us will be there if we're allowed to be, and looking forward to it. And thanks for all the great work you've done. We've loved the update. A couple of boys have said you're not shy on the chat either with your updates and your videos, and we love it. Communication is the key.
That is the key to everything, mate. Every good relationship's communication.
If it wasn't for communication, I wouldn't have a job right now.
Very true. Anyway, Tommy, it's been a
great.
pleasure. I look forward to this every week, sitting alongside you. And I'll tell you what, I'd love to hand the number 1 mic over to you next week when you get 5 in a row, because you know what that'll mean? We've won some money for charity.
That's true.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to our viewers. Keep the views coming. Keep the shares coming. Keep the likes. 2,000 again last week. Let's crack the 2 again this week. And let's continue to go from strength to strength. Thank you.